Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the campus here at Bishop Guertin High School, home of the Lady Cardinals, where tonight they begin their defense, their home opener, the two-time defending state champions, and they take on the Concord High Crimson Tide. Jason Roby along with the highlight guy, Steve Cody, on the moving pictures. It is Live with Liv. This is the segment where we talk to Coach Olivia Orlando and get her take on everything from the last game to this game. And, Coach, you had a chance to watch that Goffstown game a little bit. A tough loss for your girls. What did you like? What did you not like? What are the things that you're looking for to improve on tonight?
Yeah. So I would say a lot of things that we did well, but a lot of things that we can improve on. I think some things that we did well, I thought we played hard. We played aggressive.
Yeah.
We're still learning how to manage like almost being too aggressive and getting those calls early, because I think, we sent Goffstown to the free throw line a lot. The third quarter, I think they had 9 points all off of free throws. They didn't have a single basket. So it's things like that where we have to be kind of smarter and tighten up that way, recognizing how the game is being called and when we can be overly aggressive and when we want to stay aggressive but not too much, right? So I love how hard we're playing.
So a two-part question off of that. Does that come with experience? And again, playing varsity basketball for the first time, maybe a little different than the AAU circuit, than the summer ball and things of that nature. Is it kind of feeling the flow of the game, feeling how the officials are calling it, playing with each other in the give and take with your teammates? Is that all stuff that kind of you have to take into account when you approach a game like that?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I think a lot of it is experience, right? So I've said it to you last time, but we are super, super young, which again is great that we get to grow together, but recognizing how we learn the pace of the game and how it's a lot faster than maybe you were used to on JV, and how it's faster at the varsity level, how it's more physical, and how you kind of like learning how, even with new rules this year, right? Like learning all of those things as you go. And it's different when you're playing unstructured ball all fall and you're doing, pickup games and you got open gyms running, but it's different when you got refs calling the game, right? So again, yes, I think that will just come with more experience. I
will say this, and we noted it in the post game amongst each other. We thought your girls, for a young team, very composed. We thought you did a great job on the bench of letting the game come to the kids, letting them kind of figure it out at times. It seemed like that was really, really good, and that'll only get better as the season goes along. This team you're playing here tonight, the Concord High Crimson Tide, Bishop Guertin played them twice last year. The first game they played in the regular season, not very close. The second time, a little bit closer in the playoff game. Concord was coming off of a playoff win against Dover, an upset, if you will. They didn't think it was an upset, but they came in and they played this Guertin team really tough. A few of those players return tonight. I know they're one player short tonight. The smaller girl, I believe, is out, but they have some good players. What can you tell us about this Concord team, what you're going to look to do tonight?
Yeah, I would say they're exceptionally talented, right? They have size, they have experience, they have a lot of the things that we don't have, right? So, and again, I said this to our girls last time, BG has had some really great success for so many years. So with success, like, people want to beat you. You're going to have a target on your back, and it's how you respond and how you, like, you're the competitor within you, how you rise to that challenge. So, yeah, I'm sure they're coming out hungry tonight. They're a talented squad, and I think we'll see a lot of good things. This will be a good test for us, but, we had some solid days of practice, and I'm excited to see how our girls respond.
Finish this thought for me.
Yeah.
Bishop Guertin can win the ball game tonight if they do these three things.
Okay. If we defend without fouling, holy cow, they're killing me with these fouls. If we can keep our defensive energy, right, but also do it where we're effective and smart about it. So defend without fouling, that's number one. If we bring our consistent energy and we're there, we're picking our teammates up, I think that's a game changer for us. Lastly, I would say we have to execute, right? So right now, I think we're a little robotic in the offense we're implementing, and we're a little uncertain. I want them to have fun. I want them to play, but I want us to be able to execute.
Coach, want to thank you for joining us. Coach Liv Orlando, Live with Liv. Wish you the best of luck as they go for win number 1 here tonight on their home court at the home court of Bishop Guertin. We'll be right back with game action after this. All right, we'll take it down to the floor here, and we will take a look at the team that we're going to see tonight. This is a Concord High team that, as we mentioned, played Bishop Guertin very tight. Each of the playoff game they played against him, a a year ago. They were with them for a half, and then BG kind of turned the engines up and ran away with it just a little bit. But a lot of those players from that team returned tonight. So let's meet the Concord High Crimson Tide. We'll start with Whitney Valiant. She's a senior. She wears number 3. She dropped 23 points, had 7 boards and 4 steals in their opener, a win against Trinity High School. After that, you're looking at Delaney Duford. Delaney had 13 points and 2 steals in that first game. And then Sophia Payne, another senior, number 34, had 12 points against Trinity. And when I look at the numbers in both the regular season game and the playoff game against Guertin, these young ladies were also the leading scorers. Valiant had 14 in the playoff game. Duford had 9. Payne had 6. But the one piece missing tonight, injured Ada Smalley, a senior that will not be on the floor tonight. You'll see her in street clothes over there on the bench. They will miss her as she had 13 points against Guertin in the second round of the playoffs. On the other side of the docket, we are looking at a young Bishop Guertin team who, as we mentioned, lost to Goffstown, but not for a lack of effort. It was a good game. The final score, 46-37, and Goffstown, as you heard Coach Liv telling us, that 9 points, all from the free throw line. That is a crazy statistic, and that was the third quarter. BG outscored them 12-9, but the free throws kind of took precedence there. We're going to meet the starting lineups in just a second. I want to run through the scoring for BG in the Goffstown game. Maddie Long had 6, Regan had 8, Bella Fayette had 7, Talia Drapo with 5, and leading the Cardinals was Holly Dufo with 11 points. I think you're going to see a really good game here tonight, just like the Goffstown game, and you heard Coach Orlando say it. We're going to get everybody's best effort every time out. This is the 2-time defending state champions. Doesn't matter that only one of these girls was really on the squad last year. What matters is the banners that are on the wall, and this is a Concord High team that can knock the monkeys off their back if they can get this win. So it should be a good one. We'll meet the starting lineups first for the Crimson Tide. And the aforementioned Whitney Valiant. Maddie Kelly, another senior. Jillian Naylor, so far 2 seniors and a junior. Delaney Duford, another senior. And Sophia Payne. So in this starting lineup, you've got 4 seniors and 1 junior. Robert Darrell is the head coach of the Crimson Tide. We'll meet the BG starters. Maddie Long, sophomore, getting the start for Coach Orlando. Ayla Regan, a junior, had 8 points in the game against Goffstown. Bella Fayette, sophomore, had 7 against Goffstown. Holly Dufo is number 4.
And at forward, 5'10" sophomore, number 34, Dalia Drapo.
And Dalia Drapo.
Assistant coaches for BG Scott Camilleri, Amanda Torres, and Brad Rhodes.
Drapo, a real good player. Excuse me, Holly Dufo is number 23. And we'll take this time out for the national anthem, and we will be back for the opening tip. All right. Well, what you didn't see is there was a technical difficulty with the national anthem. So Steve Cody ran down, grabbed the microphone, and gave his best rendition. I didn't know your voice could go that high, Steve, but that was excellent. The players actually started to sing the national anthem, and then the sound kicked in. So we are set to get underway here. Division I, New Hampshire girls basketball. Bishop Guertin, the two-time defending state champions, taking on the Concord Crimson Tide. The Tide enter tonight at 1-0. Their victory came against Trinity High School. And Bishop Guertin at 0-1. They lost to Goffstown back on Tuesday, 36-47. Or excuse me, 46-37. And doing the honors are a pair of 34s. Gabby Philbrick and Sophia Payne. That ball gets knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say Concord ball. Coach Orlando pointed towards Bishop Guertin, was trying to get that call, so 0 for 1, Coach. Crimson Tide to inbound the ball. Guertin applying the full court pressure. This is Delaney Duford on the ball, dribbling. Marked up closely there by Holly Dufo, so Duford against Dufo. Baseline, bounce on the block, no. And a quick hands there, stolen by Fayed as she comes the other way, and that ball quickly stolen back by Valiant. I think that was a case of Fayed realizing she didn't have the pass, tried to reel it back in, and it was stolen. Nice crossover there. Duford trying to get the ball down on the low post. A quick help defense by Maddie Long to get in there. They were going to try to double team the ball, it looked like, with Philbrick. Madison Kelly to do the honors underneath, gets it in, left hand up and strong for Sophia Payne, and the Tide are on the board 2-0. High post there on the elbow extended. And the Cardinals, nice job on the cut and a good finish at the hoop. Great job by Bella Fayed and a nice job by Guertin being unselfish with the basketball. Dribble up the sideline. It goes down deep into the corner. Nice spin move in the paint. No. 3 Cardinals surrounded it, and they come away with the rebound. That was Regan. And she'll slow things down as they get over half court. Marked up closely by Jillian Naylor. Naylor forcing her right, losing the handle, losing the dribble. She needs some help. They come high post with it. Very fortunate to come away with it there. Back again on that high post, and the Cards will circulate through. This is a dribble drive in the middle, 2 steps up short, and the Crimson Tide fighting for it. 2 bodies hit the floor. We're going to get a jump ball call. Quick whistle there. Possession will go to the Cardinals. 6:30 to go in the first quarter. Game is tied at 2 apiece here. Inbounding the ball now is Dufo. And they get the ball over. And the Cardinals operating a lot closer to the basket here tonight. Shot from the outside. Yahtzee! First one of the evening. Ayla Regan. Cards take a 5-2 lead. And this continued to apply that hair on fire pressure from end to end. Nice job and good. Again, they're fronting and backing that post pass to Payne. And it's worked out for them a couple times. They're going to say that ball went off of Payne's hands. Every time Payne goes into the low block, it appears that a Cardinal is dropping down on her, and they're fronting her and backing her. So we'll have to see if they continue and if Concord will then start to take that outside shot. Bounce pass again at the high post, circulating through. So they've stayed with that same offensive set here. Good patience. A couple of left-hand dribbles back to the top of the key goes Reagan. And again to the high post. And now they're extending out further. This is Maddie Long. Skip pass across the way to Dufo. Dufo kicked it back out. Not shy. Yahtzee! Maddie Long. That will be the king of all parlor games here tonight if they keep shooting like that. Another steal by Fayed. Into the corner it goes. Dufo thought about it. And now the Cardinals look to kick it around the paint rather. Losing her dribble in the corner. Very fortunate there. They get the ball back up top. Long finds Reagan. Here comes the double team. And they close it down. Kick out. Duford's going to get called. Looks like maybe she was on the line, couldn't see it there in the corner. We'll have to watch it back on the replay on the highlight guy. So Naylor takes a seat, and back the other way, quickly come the Crimson Tide. Oh, nice dipsy-do, dribble, how you do. Up and under, left hand comes up short, and Guertin controlling the defensive boards as Philbrick runs. Got it underneath to Dufo, couldn't get it to go. Rebound is kicked out, and Kelly comes down with it, gets it to center court. Duford, ball will go out of bounds off of a Guertin wing, and it will be Crimson Tide ball. Still an 8-2 Guertin lead, 4:28 to go here in the first quarter. Inbounding the ball is Madison Kelly, the senior. Got it into Duford. Duford left-hand dribble, elbow extended, hands it off to Root. Root now reverses direction, loses her dribble, and going to get called for a travel. When you do that and you play with your back to the basket, sometimes you drag that pivot foot, and that's exactly what happened to Michaela Root. So now can the Cardinals make them pay off of that turnover? Maddie Long, right-hand dribble, guarded closely by Root. A little three-player weave here. Dangerous pass, but the Cards control, keep possession. Madison Long now. They were looking for that backdoor cut with Regan, couldn't get it, so they'll set things back up. Nice pass there, not shy from the outside, and guess what? Yahtzee! Another three-pointer for Philbrick, and suddenly it's 11-2 Cardinals. A three-pointer of their own, and that was a rainmaker from Madison Kelly from way downtown. 11-5 Cards. A lot of missed shots in that first game for the Cardinals against Goffstown. And I think if the Cards want to take advantage of that backdoor cut, they can, but why bother? When you are 4 for 4 from downtown, Yahtzee Regan with her fourth three-pointer, and quickly it is 14-5 Cardinals. 3:16 to go here in the opening quarter. And you have to believe when you watch that game against Goffstown on Tuesday, if Guertin makes those shots, they're probably on the high side of things. They really had no answer from Maggie Sasso, the senior, who had 21. But other than that, pretty balanced scoring when you look up and down the columns for this Cardinal team. 6, 8, 7, 5, 11. Everybody had their opportunity to score. Just a lot of missed shots by Guertin. And you heard Coach Orlando talk about the fouls. Now, I'm going to knock on wood as I say this. We have 3:16 to go in the first quarter and no fouls on either team yet. Of course, you know what's coming right now. That's right. I possess that kind of magic, folks. And there is a Colleen from Cornwall score prediction, if you will. And we'll talk about that at our next break. Colleen from Cornwall has picked the winner of this game. And we'll tell you exactly what she said from the banks of the Hudson. Double team happens over on the sideline, and there is a foul. Well, Steve, I hate being right. So it'll be the first personal foul, and it'll go against Philbrick. And Michaela Root will take a seat as the sub comes into the game. And on the left side now, a lot of pressure on the ball. Nice job by the Cards. Good job moving their feet. Don't reach. Nice little weave there, kick out. Good job of recognizing. Good job of avoiding that pick. Left all alone in the corner is Naylor. She missed it. Offensive board and a kick out. And it's going to be a backcourt unless, and Dufo can run it down. She does. Kick back out. Not shy. Front rim offensive board. Another chance this time. Dribble drive. And the Crimson Tide got their hands in there and changed the trajectory of that pass. Say that 3 times fast. The trajectory of that pass. You're trying it at home. You know you are. Around the key it goes. And if you can keep, and that's a pretty shot there by Sophia Payne, but I'm going to tell you this. If you can relegate Payne to taking fadeaway jumpers from the middle of the key, you're probably doing a pretty good job defensively, because she has a definite height advantage against this young Cardinal team. Yeah, that was a pretty shot nevertheless. And what's going to happen here is Payne's going to get called for her first foul. That is an aggressive one, kind of reaching over the top. And you hate, and I'm sure, both coaches, including Robert Darrell, the head man for Concord, will talk to his kids about being overly aggressive and coming over the top. Maddie Long will take a seat, and checking into the game for the first time here is Jazz Rosario. We didn't get to see Rosario in the first game. She's coming off an injury, but she is back in now, and she is a spark plug. Nice job. They wanted a travel call, didn't get it. Skip pass across the way. Dufo's not shy. Misses everything, but Jazz hustles. And apparently it went out of bounds. Cards again will extend the full court man-to-man, player-to-player pressure here. And just a step slow there. Got to hustle back in the picture, and that was a awkward fall. Hope she's okay as Philbrick hits the floor hard there, trying to run Valiant down. That's going to be her second personal foul. She's going to come off. She's in some pain a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on that. Gianna Pizzetti will check in, the defensive specialist for the Cards. Travel call there against the Crimson Tide. So the Cards get possession. This is Regan coming over the half-court line. Got it to Pizzetti. She wasn't ready for it yet. And losing her dribble there. And Jazz will come back out top. Back to Pizzetti. They'll reverse it. Dufo into the corner now. Regan looking for help. Takes one dribble. Finds Pizzetti back at the top of the key. Crossover dribble. Pizzetti dribbling left. Finds Jazz Rosario. Rosario with a pretty crossover. Drives the lane and goes up with the left and couldn't get it to go. Pretty move nevertheless. Payne with the rebound. Back the other way come the Crimson Tide. Good transition defense. And Pizzetti went straight up, and you can see Coach Orlando doesn't agree with it. She went straight up. It's not the NBA, though, so better to stand your ground, but it was a good aggressive play. Make Duford have to earn her points from the free throw line. She'll get a pair. In and out on the first one. She'll get a second. So Pizzetti picks up her first personal. 1 out of 2 for Duford, the senior. As we mentioned, she had 13 points in the opening game win against Trinity. Skip pass, Rosario, Duford back up top to Regan, finds its way back, not shy, front iron, side iron, no, rebound goes to Valiant. Rosario had a good look at it, but couldn't get it to fall. Bounce pass on the low block, Cards late to adjust, but fortunate to come away with the defensive board there. Regan now skipped over to Rosario, and it went through her hands. So kind of the mistakes that you expect in the early going of a season with a young team. 13 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. That ball is going to be a kick call, and possession will go against will go to the Cards. Dufo to do the honors, gets it over to Regan. 8 seconds now. Rosario, one dribble, skip pass across the way. Bounce pass in the low block and a near steal, and now they do. No time on the clock, and Dufort had the ball in her hands, couldn't get a shot off. So we will come to the end of the first quarter. Your score, the Bishop Guertin Cardinals 14. Concord Crimson Tide 8. Jason Roby calling the action for you. Steve Cody is the highlight guy, and he is the man on the moving pictures. Happy to be with you for another year of Bishop Guertin basketball. And, it's great seeing these young kids running around and really learning how to play basketball with one another. It doesn't always come easy, and it takes some time to gel. And I mentioned this to somebody after the after the first game, and it actually may have been the head coach of Goffstown, Steve Largy. When this team figures it out, when this team figures out what their roles are and who is responsible for what, it's going to become a very dangerous team, and he agreed with me. And a lot of people are looking at that Goffstown team thinking that they're going to be a team that can go pretty deep and make a nice run in the state tournament. So a Guertin team that's formidable, no question about it. They just got to find out whose role is what and keep playing defense, like Coach Orlando said. Other side of the ledger here, you're looking at a Concord High Crimson Tide team that's without Ada Smalley, the senior who had 13 points against Guertin in the second round of the tournament last year, sitting on the bench next to her teammates in street clothes. So we have to believe that she would make a difference if she was playing as well. Back the other way, nice crossover dribble there by Duford. Gets the ball over to Kelly. Kelly now down on the low block. Nice power move there. Couldn't get it to go, but that was valiant, and it was a valiant effort as she was hacked in the act. Foul's going to go against Regan. That's going to be her first personal. And that is the team's, I believe, the team's fourth foul. So remember, at 5, it'll be a 2-shot penalty. Rainmaker there from Valiant. She knocks down her first. She will get a second. 2 for 2 for the senior. And she is in the book. 14-10 Cardinals. 7:45 to go in the first half. Ball worked around, top of the key now. Jazz got it over to Regan. They want to work that left side. A lot of stagnation there in the middle of the paint. Skip pass over to Duford. She thought about it briefly. Skip pass there to Regan. Yahtzee! And Regan has 9 points, all of them beyond the three-point arc. And now she will put pressure on the ball. Picks up a nice pick there. Valiant looking for some help. Got it over to Payne. Payne back to Duford. Duford now looking to set up the offense. She'll come top of the circle. Crossover back the other side. Concord High looking to reverse it. They do just that. Kelly back on the low block, and Duford got her hands in there. They're going to call her for a push. And that, I believe, will be the 15th foul. We'll have to check officially. That's Holly Dufo's first foul. They're going to say, I guess it's just the 4th team foul. So, thank goodness I'm wrong. Valiant was working on the low block. Dished it back out. The runner in the lane catches glass and nothing else. It was a good look from Kelly, but it was a little off right. Back the other way. Pizzetti with the runner. Couldn't get it to go. She came down the left side and threw up a right-handed runner that kissed the front of the rim. Crimson Tide now. Duford into the corner. Naylor worked it back up top. Open look there. Back iron, no, but an offensive board. And they'll give her another shot at it. This is Kelly. Kelly needs some help, finds Payne. Payne will dribble around the right side, bounce down onto the block. Nice low post move. There's a height advantage there. 3 Cardinals converge on Valiant. Back the other way comes Guertin. And on the run was number 2, Maddie Long, and that's what we've become accustomed to seeing over the years, is the Cards getting out on the break. Nice job getting that defensive board and starting the fast break. Couple of subs coming in. We'll see for the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Shot is good. So a pretty shot there. Looked like Duford. Into the corner it goes. And the Cards showing good patience here as they work the ball around the perimeter. Nice job on the low block. Looking for the spin move, kick out. Pizzetti, backdoor cut, there it is. Too high and wide, unfortunately. Runner in the lane, left hand, pretty roll, no. Payne with the board. Back the other way come the Crimson Tide. Valiant. Oh, hits the deck hard. And they're going to say possession will go to the Cardinals. Good sportsmanship there as a couple of Cardinals help out Whitney Valiant off the floor. 19-12 Cards. We're going to get a timeout here on the floor. 5:10 to go in the first half. Bishop Guertin 19 and the Concord Crimson Tide 12. You are watching The Highlight Guy. Steve Cody is on the moving pictures. My name is Jason Roby, bringing you all the action top to bottom for the entire Bishop Guertin basketball season. And we've been doing this now for a few years. It's been our pleasure to call these games for you here on The Highlight Guy. And we've seen a lot of good stuff happen here in this gym and around the state. And we want to thank you all for watching. We want to wish everybody a happy holiday. It's 10 days till the big man comes down the chimney. I'm not talking about Steve Cody. Because if he comes down your chimney, you call 911 and call the authorities right away. That would be kind of weird, Steve. No offense, just saying. All right. I digress. Timeout is over. And so is my running dialogue. Thank goodness. It'll be Cardinal basketball. Maddie Long to do the honors. Concord will fall back defensively. Ball comes into Rosario, and I like the defensive setup here by the Crimson Tide. It was a good look as Kelly came away with that rebound. I like the look. They were double teaming there at the high post. Duford is harassed, takes one dribble, loses it, get it down to Payne on the low block. Pretty move, no. And a good job by Pizzetti on the defensive board. Pizzetti now. She'll pull things back, look for help, able to find Long. Long loses the dribble, kick out pass back to Pizzetti. Down on the low block, nice kick out pass there. Cards working it around the perimeter, unselfish basketball. Pizzetti thought about feeding the low block, couldn't get it. Long's not shy. And from a long way away, Yahtzee. Long has 8 points. And we're going to get our first foul call here. And I was correct, by the way, on those fouls. They reset after the first quarter. Steve, you didn't say anything to me. I'm looking at my book going, wait a second. Oh, yeah. That's 2 fouls here in the second quarter so far. 4:04 to go here at half. It's my second game, too. We're going to get a kicking call. For the thousands watching from around the state of New Hampshire and the millions around the globe, I'm going to give you Steve Cody's direct cell phone number. You can call him. Log your complaints. Back the other way comes Rosario. Into the low block, up, and no. We're going to get a shooting in the act foul. Who's that going to go against? It's going to be a hack in the act against Sophia Payne. All right, so Philbrick 1 for 2. We'll have to get our numbers right here, as I think the numbers have changed, so we'll make sure we do that. But that's going to go off of Philbrick, I believe. Crimson Tide with the ball. They'll inbound it. 3:30 to go in the first half. Shot from way downtown. Misses everything. Trying to save it. A valiant effort, but no. That was Michaela Root tried to save it. It was a long shot from downtown, but number 13, Madison Kelly, was a good look. Probably could have taken another dribble in. Gotten a step closer. 23-12 Cardinals. 3:15 to go here in the first half. Cards will work it around the perimeter. Runner in the lane, a little leather souffle there. Valiant on the block shot. Got to get it over the timeline using the dribble. Guertin got to be careful, and going to be a push call there. Looks like Philbrick's going to get called for the foul. And anytime you're trailing the dribbler, you got to be careful, because if they put the brakes on, there's not much you can do except continue forward momentum. That's going to be foul number 2. That's foul's going to go against Maddie Long. That's her first personal. Shot made from the outside. Duford hits the first. Steve, I'm gonna have to get against the guys down in the truck, because it's their job to get these numbers correctly, and they didn't do that in the pregame. I said, do you guys need me to do that? They said no. So the guys in the truck, folks, we apologize. Ed, Stevie, Dan, Kevin, you know who you are. Guys working hard out on the broadcast in the truck. Fired from way downtown. No, Johnny on the spot there. And I think there was Philbrick. Right-hand dribble. And I promise you, during the halftime, I'll make sure I get these numbers right. I never like to throw my team under the bus, Steve, but those guys, I'm gonna have to call them on it. It's not their voice on the computer here. It's mine. Trying to make a nice keepsake for these kids. They got one job to do. Fired from way downtown. No. Followed her own shot. No one boxed her. Long, the runner in the lane. No. Another offensive board there. Dufo will kick it back out, and now Regan will reset things. Back up top to Long. Long, skip pass. Long distance. Back iron, no. Good positioning there. Long, very fortunate. She didn't get called for over the back. A nice little steal there, and up and under with the layup was Dufo. So she's in the books. 1:50 to go here in the first half. A 14-point Guertin advantage. Crossover dribble. Duford gets her shot blocked, and back the other way come the Cardinals. Dufo, little skip pass to Reagan. One dribble, and it may have been deflected. Crimson Tide will run. Good transition defense here by the Cards. They get back and plenty of time to protect. That ball went off of a Cardinal foot, but because it was saved by Payne, Cards will get the ball back. Payne may have been on that baseline. Duford will check out, and Valiant will check back in. And Regan will get things started on the offensive end for Guertin. Dufo back to Regan, into the corner to Long. 3 of them playing keep away. The zone defense being employed here by the Crimson Tide. And if you're going to play zone, you got to knock down those mid-range jumpers. That's the key to beating the zone. Got to hit those shots. 1 minute to go here. Over the half-court line goes Abigail Lash. She'll get the ball back up top. Crimson Tide will reset. Root now. Bounce pass on the low block to Valiant. Valiant up. Went off the back of the backboard. Valiant goes up and can't get the friendly roll. Looks like they're going to call Long for the personal foul, and that's going to send Valiant to the line for 2. Now, I could be wrong. It's happened a time or two. I feel like that went off the back of the backboard, but that's why I'm up here. Undefeated from up here, I might add. Valiant back iron, no. Misses the first. Shooter's touch there. Valiant 1 out of 2, 3 for 4 on the evening for her 3rd point. Ball comes into the corner. Dufo. And good job by the Crimson Tide to close that lane down. Dufo had a clear path to the hoop. They skip past it. And the Concord defense scrambling. And nothing is more demoralizing when you're scrambling around on defense. They skip past it, and Dufo hits a 3-point shot. Steal there. Nice kick pass into the lane. A kiss off the glass. And Long goes short. 10 seconds to go. 32-14. Guertin jump ball is called. Possession will go to the Cardinals. So very aggressive defense here, and it looks like the Crimson Tide might be a little winded. Got to get it in, and they do. Long, high post, kick back out. Regan's not shy. Side iron, no. Offensive board. Long went into the land of the Giants. Good if it goes! Yahtzee! And that was an impressive shot. Nice job by the Cards. We will go into the halftime break. Your score, Bishop Guertin 35, Concord High 14. We'll take a break and we'll be right back with second half action right here on The Highlight Guy.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion highlight. The video is not done until you action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. Expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguy.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguy.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Cody, and I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Coastal and Lake Mountains Realty. Residential and commercial clients in New Hampshire and Maine, and an amazing team of KW colleagues and affiliate partners to help you achieve your real estate goals. In 2020, I ranked in the top 20% of 700 plus agents within my brokerage. I was nominated this year to serve on the agency within my firm and have enjoyed getting these and local community. Are you curious to know how much your home may be worth in today's market? Reach out to me today and I'm happy to run a complimentary comparative market analysis for you.
All right, welcome back here to the gym at the campus of Bishop Guertin High School, where your score, the Cardinals of BG 35, the Crimson Tide of Concord 14. Jason Roby along with Steve Cody on the highlight guy, calling all the action for you. Got to let you know that we were a little late getting back into the action. Had to go outside to the production truck and fired a few crew members. They're definitely on the naughty list. Luckily, we have a team of about 14 of us, so we just scrambled some of the jobs and the duties and so forth. Colleen from Cornwall, CFC. Her prediction for this game was a 56-38 Guertin victory, so that is still very much in play here as the Crimson Tide will start things off to begin the second half. Guertin in their man-to-man defense. High post is Payne. Kicked underneath. Duford, no. Valiant cleaning the glass with her Windex gets hacked in the act, and she'll head to the line. And that's going to be Regan, and I believe that is her second personal foul. A couple of number adjustments for you. Gabby Philbrick was number 4, and Talia Drapo was wearing number 34. Knocking down the first, we'll get a second. Valiant 2 out of 2, all of her points coming from the free throw line. She is 5 for 6, all 5 of her points. Dufo now, top of the key, gets it over to Regan. Regan will come back up top. Little switch on the defense. Crimson Tide in a man-to-man defensive set. Regan got it from Drapo. Nice little backdoor cut. Dufo downtown, well short side iron. And a reach in on Bella Fayed, her first personal. More importantly, though, that is the second. Is that the second foul on Guertin here in the third quarter? First or second, so got to be careful there. Payne comes back to help on the full court pressure, gets it over to Kelly. Back the other way. Nice job underneath, hitting the floor hard was Valiant. And that foul is going to go against Dufo. That's her second personal. So 2 on her as Valiant heads back to her second home, the free throw line. It knocks down the first on that Rainmaker, and it's a Crimson Tide that has a height advantage, and they're starting to take advantage of that. I used the word advantage twice there? I did. Front iron, no, and rebound will go off of Payne. Lucky she didn't get called for an over the back on that rebound. Concord picking up the man-to-man defense. Regan brings the ball over the half court. At the top of the Cardinal. Finds Fayed. Nice backdoor cut. Hard off the glass. Went Drapo. Cards keep the possession. Backdoor cut was open briefly. Long gets the ball back out to Dufo. Skip pass in the corner. Reagan's not shy. Side iron, no. That ball is going to go off of a Crimson Tide hand. So the Cards will extend this possession. No one to pick for, so Drapo just kicks it back out top. Dufo, she'll fire. No one was there. Around the rim it went. 2 Cards were there. Back to Dufo at the foul line. Nice dribble drive, penetrate there. Fayed, no. Rebound Payne. And the Crimson Tide will clear the glass. Long marking ups. Duford. Duford now will start things back up top by the beak of the Cardinal. The runner in the lane, and that was a rushed shot. Payne, good hustle. And she knocked it off of Fayed's foot, but then caught it while standing out of bounds. So a good idea there by Payne, but unfortunately she caught it when it came back out of bounds, so Cardinal ball. 35-17, 18-point Card advantage. Got to be careful there, just floating those passes out on the perimeter. Long, right-hand dribble to Regan. Regan back to Dufo, crossover dribble, top of the key, hands it off. Drapo Finds Long. She'll dribble drive, penetrate. Fire from the outside. Regan, no. But another offensive rebound for the Cards. Dufo, kick back out. Reward Long for that board. Front iron, no. But another board from the Cardinals. Regan. Fayed, another dribble drive, goes up. Short arms it, gets her own rebound, and puts it in. So second chance points there for the Cardinals. Crimson Tide working it around. Up top it goes, Valiant looking for help, and they'll feed Payne down on the low post. And she's becoming a Payne as she is establishing herself down on the low block and becoming a presence there. That foul is going to go against Fayed. And Payne's going to head to the line for a pair. Acoustic shadows here in the gym at Bishop Guertin. Payne back irons the first. Checking in is Philbrick. She'll give Fayed a break. Payne. Shooter's touch on the second. 1 out of 2 for the senior. She's got 5 points here in the game. Long, little head fake. Get the ball back over to Drapo. Drapo gets it to Philbrick. Philbrick, right-hand dribble, kicks it back out to Regan. Kick into the corner. Dufo's not shy. In and out. She's had a couple of good looks there. We're going to get a jump ball. Oh, they're going to say she grabbed her arm. And, ooh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. So that's going to be Drapo. I believe that is her third personal. But more importantly, that's 5 fouls here in the third quarter. So the Crimson Tide will be at the line for the next 4 minutes and 39 seconds on every foul. In and out for Valiant. So the cover over the top of that basket. Maggie Gallagher will check in. One out of 2 for Valiant. She is 7 out of 10 from the free throw line. All 7 of her points coming from the charity stripe. This is Long between the legs. Left hand crossover dribble right. Finds Philbrick in the corner. Philbrick dribbles in hard, but go too hard off the glass. Glass is cleared by Payne. Got it over to Valiant. Valiant left-hand dribble. She'll head into the land of the Giants. And they're going to say it went off a Cardinal wing, so Crimson Tide will keep the possession. 4:18 to go here in the third quarter. 37-19 Cardinals. Ball inbounded. Payne, triple team. Jump ball is called. Possession goes to the Cards. So a good job of falling down on the defense. It is quiet in here. That's a great play. You can't see it right now, but Steve Cody is actually asleep behind the camera. Back the other way comes Regan. Into the corner. Dufo now. Brings it out. Skip pass Long. Philbrick. She thought about it. Dribble drive. Kick out. Regan shot fake. Up. No good. Valiant gets hammered by Regan. And that's a legitimate one. Valiant will head back to her favorite spot, free throw line. And this is exactly what Coach Orlando talked about at the beginning of the game, not committing these fouls and sending these kids to the free throw line for all these freebies. And so far here in the third quarter, the only points the Crimson Tide have are from the free throw line. Kayla Root will check in and give Jillian Naylor a break. Also checking in for the Cards is Jazz Rosario. Valiant with her second free throw. Back iron, no. 1 out of 2. Long into the corner. Dufo. She'll take one dribble to the foul line. That's more her range. And Philbrick with a nice shot there. Know thyself. And Philbrick did. 39-20, 19-point Guertin advantage. Into the corner it goes. This is Root. They tried to find Payne. They collapsed on her. Root was able to get the ball back, almost traveled. Able to get it back into Duford's hands. Delaney, right-hand dribble, stop, pop, no. Looks like she's going to head to the line. And that's going to be Maggie Gallagher's first personal. Full timeout for the Cards, and when we come back, it's going to be Delaney Duford at the free throw line. So here in the third quarter, we look at how things have stacked up. 6 points for the Crimson Tide, all coming from the free throw line. They are 6 for 12 here in the third quarter, so it could be worse. But no other buckets to speak of. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they have only scored 4 points here in the third quarter. So they go 14 in the first quarter, 20 in the second quarter, and right now the scoring drought is at 4. Meanwhile, for the Crimson Tide, they had 8 in the first quarter, 6 in the second, and currently 6 in the third, with Duford a chance to give them 8. And she will head to the line. Duford has 3 points. She's 2 out of 3 so far from the line. And as we've always said, anytime you're scoring and the clock's not running, that's a bad thing for you. Duford, little backspin, 1, 2, 3, double hand dribble. Knocks down the first. Always love watching the routines that these players use. I envision you as being a diaper shot guy, Steve. Is that right? Maybe? No? Okay. Release, rotation, splash, he says. Jimmy Chipwood. Okay, there it is. I'll make it. Well done. That's going to go against Payne, and I believe that's her third personal. So we'll look over to the bench and see what Coach Robert Darrell does. And Payne will stay in the game. 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. So she'll have to be careful. This is long. Into the corner. Dufo thought about it. So, offensive foul on Maggie Gallagher. So, empty possession there. Cards may have had something brewing. Payne gets the inbound, gets it back to Duford. Gallagher's got to be careful not to pick up another foul. Duford calling the shots from the top of the key, gets it over to Kelly. Kelly, baseline dribble, finds Valiant, went up with the left. She hits the deck hard. They're collapsing well is Guertin, but they're fouling. And that's going to be Gallagher's third personal foul. Valiant going to head back to the line, and I'm running out of space in my book. Whitney knocks down the first. I'm going to send a bill over to Concord High for a new scorebook. It's like my SAT right here, Steve, all these circles. Valiant 1 out of 2. I don't think that hit anything, so the air ball will blow it dead. As checking in is Bella Fayed, and coming out is Maggie Gallagher. 39-22, 17-point Cardinal advantage, 2:52 to go here in the third. Thought we may have had a backdoor cut there. Rosario looks like she's going to get fouled. And this is just turning into a whistle fest right now. It's going to go against Michaela Root. I think that's her first personal. It is. Over the top it goes long. Gets it over to Fayed. Fayed looking for help. Airmails it to Rosario. And just a bit over her hand. Goes off the pads of the fingers and out of bounds it goes. Concord ball in the corner. Got to inbound it. They get it in. Duford now working against Dufo. Ball on the ground. We're going to get a quick whistle, jump ball. Possession will go to Concord. And so, the more things change, the more they stay the same. We'll just do it from the other side. Inbound. Payne now with possession. Over to Duford, and once again marked up closely by Dufo. Dufo being harassed. Duford, rather, being harassed by Dufo. Like when they guard each other, I can't be wrong too much. Duford from downtown, no. Rebound goes to the Crimson Tide. A good board there by Root. And Valiant gets hacked in the act. And that foul is going to go against, I believe it's Philbrick. And that's going to be her third personal. Whitney Valiant, release, rotation, a splash. She'll get one more. Side iron, no. Rebound goes to Fayed. And Philbrick brings it up, gets it back to Long. Long will slow things down. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Long loses her dribble, needs some help. Skip pass, Dufo over to Jazz. Jazz now, left-hand dribble baseline, needs help and had the ball stolen. Duford stepped into that passing lane on the baseline and picked it off. Here come the Crimson Tide. That was Lash into the corner. Front iron, no, and that's going to go off. I thought it went off of Duford's hands, but it must have been slapped by a Cardinal wing, so the Crimson Tide will retain possession. 16-point lead. Got to get it in. And they go over the top to Payne. Payne, right hand, nice shot, couldn't get it to go. Back the other way come the Cards. Rosario, crossover dribble, kick out pass, Dufo. Dufo thought about it, got it back up top to Long. Long to Dufo. Little weave action now, Jazz. Nice kick out pass there. Philbrick takes that dribble in, back iron, no. Rebound goes to Duford, and back come the Crimson Tide. 1:10 to go here in the third quarter. Pressure defense being applied by this young Cardinal squad. Nice kick out pass. Side iron, no. Good rebound by Fayed. 4-on-1 Cardinals. Pretty bounce pass, and Dufo couldn't get the handle to it. The Cards were running on that when they had a 4-on-1 break as Regan will check back in. And Philbrick will head to the bench. It's a warm greeting from her teammates. 50 seconds in counting right now. Duford. Way downtown, front iron. It was a good looking shot by Valiant. It was a Valiant effort, you might say. Possession will stay with the Cards. She probably hasn't heard that one before. I don't know. Too many dad jokes, I'm told. I'm told I can keep telling dad jokes. Another year of dad jokes up here. Hey, thanks. Long gets the ball in. Fayed now, right-hand dribble, top of the key, kicks it over to Jazz. Jazz, elbow extended, loses the ball. He kind of got caught between passing it and shooting it, and very fortunate the Cards came away with the ball. Ooh, could have been called for a carry there, wasn't. Rosario, left hand, up and under, gets hacked in the act, and that's going to go against Payne. Good sportsmanship there as Payne helps Rosario up. That's 4 fouls on Sophia. So it looks like Coach Darrell's going to go to the bench here after this free throw. Rosario misses the first. She'll get a second. Checking in for the Crimson Tide is Root and Naylor. And getting a break for Concord will be Kelly and Payne. Payne, of course, with the 4 fouls. 14 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Everything but in. That ball will go out of bounds. So 0 for 2 from the line for Rosario. Possession will go to Concord. 39-23. And this quarter has been all Concord. 4 seconds. Runner kicked out. Good if it goes. No, back iron. Duford had a good look at it. So we're going to head to the fourth quarter, 39-23. And 5-point quarter for the Cardinals. And on the other side of the ledger there, 9-point quarter for the Crimson Tide. 9 out of 16 from the free throw line. So in that quarter alone, missing 7 free throws, that could have made a difference in this game. And if you're Guertin, a little bit of a reprieve here from those fouls because those fouls now reset. So any foul now, the race is to 5. I get the nod from Steve Cody, which means he's half listening to what I'm saying. Could have just ordered a cheeseburger for all I know. Hope he got 2. Cardinals looking to even their record at 1-1. They will be off until December 22nd. I think I got that right, Steve, when they travel to Londonderry for a 7 o'clock tip. Londonderry in the conversation as one of those top 4 teams here in the state in the early going. And this Concord team will host Pinkerton on December 19th at 6:30. So both of these teams will go right back into the fire as they'll face 2 of the top squads in the state. However, a lot to settle here before we start talking about that. Long wanted Jazzy on the backdoor cut. No, Regan, left-hand dribble, had another backdoor look. They didn't do it, skip pass all the way across. They're not shy. They will fire that thing. Kick out. Dribble drive. No, shoe came off. Nice assist there from Coach Orlando. Don't know if you'll see that on the replay, but Coach Orlando helping Long with her shoe. Around it goes. Maybe a piece of that. No. And storming in was Valiant. She gets another offensive rebound, and she'll head back to the free throw line. So 2 more for Valiant. That foul is going to go against Rosario. I got that as her first personal. Valiant misses the first. She'll get a second. Valiant led all scorers in that Trinity game with 23. 1 out of 2 for the senior. I want to say hello to all of our friends in Concord watching on the highlight guy. I say friends. I hope that's the case. I'm not expecting any cards for the holidays, but hey, you never know. Bounce pass. Good job of clearing the glass by Concord. Almost went off the foot of Valiant. She breaks the pressure, and she comes down the key. Nice kick-out pass there to Lash. Lash fires no, and over the back on the floor, and I think that's going to be Rosario's second, if I got that one right. And it is on Jazz, so 2 quick ones. And checking back in is Talia Drapo, so coach has seen enough, needs to get maybe a little more height on the floor. And Drapo paying dividends right away as she gets a steal, gets it out to Regan. Regan, skip pass across the way. Fayed, back out to Long, back to Regan, and they'll set things up. But yeah, as soon as Drapo came in, she got that steal, and it was the right move. Good coaching move there by Coach Orlando. Regan, she'll fire it from way downtown. No, but look who got that board. Oh, would have liked to have seen her gone back up with it, but she kept things alive. Regan, dribble drive, yes. And we'll look back at that one and say that one belongs to Drapo, no doubt about it. Duford, right-hand dribble. Dufault marking her up. Little backdoor cut, no. Back up top to Root. Root underneath, was looking for Valiant. Went off her fingertips, was bothered there maybe a little. And Sophia Payne will check back into the game, as will Jillian Naylor. We'll keep an eye on that, as Payne has 4 personal fouls. She'll have to be careful. And it looks like a 2-1-2 zone of some sort. But they're fronting the post player at the foul line. We'll see how it works out. Nice rotation, and they make them pay. And that is the killer right there, is if you hit that outside shot, you can make the zone a moot point. No shot clock here in the state of New Hampshire, so you can work that thing around till the cows come home. And Drapo again stepping in the passing lane. They don't have the numbers. We'll see what Regan does. She doesn't listen to me, that's for sure. And well done, as she finds Bella Fayed in the trailer position. And a quick timeout here, as the Cards have 7 quick points in the third quarter, already exceeded what they scored in the third quarter. They have a 46-24 advantage with 4:55 to play. It's been a good game start to finish for this Cardinal team, and I think when you watch this back on the highlight guy on YouTube, you will see that this is a team that if you turn the scoreboard off, if you don't know what the score is, they play the same way for the entire game. They're playing with their hair on fire, running back and forth, communicating well, and I think the biggest difference from that first game to now is these girls are probably getting used to playing with one another and the importance of hitting the outside shot. This is a quick team that maybe if Concord's playing man-to-man, maybe they can't play man-to-man because they don't go deep enough on the bench, so they have to screw things down into a zone, which allows the shooters from Guertin to fire from distance. And, of course, the difference between in the second half. But that is 30 points worth of three-pointers. 30 of your 46 are all from behind the arc. So that's an impressive thing, and when you shoot like that, you're going to have good results. Valiant, right-hand dribble. Drapo closing off that lane. Duford now with the ball at the top of the key. Up top now to Naylor. Naylor working against Regan. Being careful not to push away. Good denial defense there by Maddie Long. She used the long arm to knock that thing out of bounds. Tom King in attendance here up on the stage. Wonder if he'll head over to Nashua North to take in the Trinity Nashua North game tonight on the campus of Nashua North. That should be a good one. Losing the dribble, may want to call a timeout, doesn't, and nobody is there. Wasn't sure if Kelly said she may have had her arm hit. She was looking for Valiant in the corner. I keep saying, I think it's Valent, but I like Valiant, so we'll go with that. But I think she was looking for Whitney, and up and under, and a nice move there by Fayed. Back the other way comes Valent. Whitney dribble drive, throws one up hard off the glass. No call. Back the other way comes Drapo. 1-2, left hand, yes. So Drapo has 7. Right hand dribble, Duford kicks out. Kelly back to Duford. Payne on the low block. Nice move there. A little short turnaround by Payne. Payne has 7. And why not? Anything you can do, I can do better. Drapo hits from downtown. Yahtzee. Near steal there. And I'm not sure. We got somebody down. I think it's Whitney Valiant. She hit pretty hard there. They're calling for the coach and maybe a trainer. This young lady has played extremely hard tonight. Hope she's okay. Gets a nice round of applause from the crowd, the fans in the stands, and both teams standing up and applauding her efforts. And she's been everywhere tonight, all over the place. She has 11 points. She's done great work on the boards defensively. She'll take a seat. 3:16 to go in this one, 53-26. Once again, I remind you that Colleen from Cornwall, her prediction was 56-38. So that is still in play here. That foul, I believe, is against Mac Bowen. Good to see Mac Bowen into the game. Did some camera work for us last year in a couple of games. She picks up her first personal foul. 53-26, 3:09 to go here. Timeout on the floor. So as we mentioned, this is a Concord team that will play Pinkerton on December 19th. The 6:30 tip-off. And if the schedule is correct, this Bishop Guertin team will be off until December 22nd. And not necessarily a bad thing when you're a young team. You get to practice and really kind of figure some things out. And as much as we talked about that Goffstown game and how many things they had to work through, if this game should end up being a Cardinal win, and it would have to be a tremendous comeback by Concord, but if it is a Bishop Guertin win, there'll still be things to correct. There'll still be things that have to be fixed. And Coach Orlando, I'm sure, will not stay stagnant in her wish to keep this team improving. Crimson Tide now trying to work the ball back into Payne, having a difficult time doing that as the Cards are closing down now at the foul line. Man-to-man defense being employed. Duford, three-point shot. That's going to be short. We'll see if Regan grabs it. She does. And she'll fire it across the way. Dufo back out to Drapo. Drapo will fire, no. And Bowen gets the board. Nice job on the glass there. Long now. Back up top to Regan. Regan, settle things down. They're in no hurry. And it looks like Drapo going to get called for the travel. Checking in for the Cardinals is Lexi Lazat, the senior. And heading to the bench is Dufo. She'll get a nice reception from her teammates. She finished with 11. Same as the first game. Payne has to come over and help. And they find Duford. Now, this is a talented Concord team. And what that tells you is this Guertin team is starting to figure some things out here. And that'll be very dangerous for the rest of the state. Fired from way downtown. Back iron, no. Regan can't get the board. Shot was altered there, and Regan will get the rebound. Crossover dribble. And again, over the timeline. It was a good look by Long, just too far under, didn't kiss it off the glass. Foul being called. Foul's going to go against Drapo. That's her fourth personal to go with those 10 points. And heading to the line will be number 34, Delaney Duford, the senior. She's got 5 points so far here tonight. Oh, tough sled, and it goes around the rim and out. Gianna Pizzetti will check in, and Drapo will head to the bench. Again, a nice reception for her. Duford, shooter's touch, 1 out of 2. Bounce pass, denial there. Bowen comes away with it. Crossover, dribble. Oh! Oh, and it was a nice penetration there. And who did it go off of? 2 bodies hit the floor. And that thing had some English on it. Never went out of bounds. So Looks like possession is going to go to Concord. He did point towards Concord, but Long was heading out of bounds to take it. Can't falter for that. Duford gets the ball back from Payne. Crimson Tide move the ball quickly down the floor, but it escapes the grasp of Naylor. And so it'll be Guertin ball. Back the other way comes Reagan. Lizotte going to get called for the travel. And a nice job of the triple threat position. You know, it's a dying thing here. Nice to see these kids employ it. They catch the ball and they can do one of three things. They can dribble, they can shoot, or they can pass. You catch that ball, you want to keep the defense guessing what you're going to do. And they do a lot of ball faking, which is good as well. They don't get lazy in their possessions. Bodies hit the floor, Cards come away with it. And they quickly reverse it in the corner. Regan, skip pass across the way, Long, thought about it. Bowen, Rainmaker, misses. It was on line, came up a little short. Ball will go out of bounds. Good hustle there by Long and by Lizotte, but they will lose possession. A couple more Cardinals will check in. Bowen will take a seat. Laura Marino will check into the game, as will Avery McKiernan. Avery's a sophomore and Marino a freshman. Ball inbounded, gets through Payne, so it had to be up there. Bowen gets the ball back. A little runner in the lane, front iron, no. It was a good look for McKiernan. She couldn't get it to go. That ball rolls to half court. Not sure how that happened. Felt like I was at Lita Lanes for a minute. A local bowling alley, in case you folks don't know. Dribble drive, pull-up jumper, no. Rebound there by the Crimson Tide. Fired from way downtown. Dufour, no. Payne keeps it in play. Got it to Root. Why not? Oh, in and out for tough sledding there for Naylor. She couldn't nail it down. Back the other way come the Cards. Marino got it back up to Bowen. Bowen, left-hand dribble, gets it out to Lizotte. And they'll just kind of dribble it around the final 15 seconds. Or will they? No, back iron. It was a open look for Gallagher. She wasn't shy. She fired it from downtown. Up top, another shot way downtown. It was a good look for Naylor. And that will do it here. And the Cards get their first victory. And you take a look at the Guertin sideline. The coaching staff all smiles there as they get their first one in the books. Congratulations to the Lady Cardinals as they defeat the Concord High Crimson Tide 53-27. Gotta like what you saw here from the Cardinals as they played with the same fire, the same enthusiasm that they did in that first game against Goffstown. The difference is they come out on top of this one. So you have to be pleased if you are Coach Orlando and you know that this is a team that's going to be a work in progress. They definitely want to continue to get better as the season progresses here. They definitely want to continue to work the ball around, limit those turnovers, limit those fouls that started to rear their ugly head a little bit there in the third quarter. Got to get some bodies on bodies for rebounds, obviously. And, you know, when you're a little bit vertically challenged and you go with a shorter lineup, sometimes that's going to happen. Sometimes you're going to have to battle and do double and triple teams on the bigs down below. And you know what? The Cards are definitely up for that challenge. Cardinals will even their record here at 1-1. We will see you again on December 22nd when the Cardinals visit one of the preseason favorites, the Londonderry Lancers. Tip-off for that game is a 7 o'clock start. Well, for my partner, Steve Cody, the highlight guy, my name is Jason Roby, wishing you all a safe and happy holiday. We'll see you again before the holidays. Once again, if Steve Cody comes knocking at your door, click that deadbolt. Want to remind you all that it's not the critic who counts, but you can always count on the critic. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you on the 22nd on the campus of Londonderry High School. Take care.